Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. My name is Stephanie and this is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars for October 2020. Thank you for being here. I work with Western astrology, just letting you know, and you find all the information concerning the cards I use and private readings, etc. in the description box below. You also find my social media channels and my PayPal account if you want to donate, and my Amazon wish list if you want to donate a deck. If you donate a deck to my channel, then please send me your email address so I can give you a free reading as a thank you, and I send you a free video reading to everyone that is donating a tarot deck to my channel. All right, so let's see what is going on for you guys, Gemini, in October. We have a really busy month when it comes to astrology. We do have 2 full moons this month, which is pretty special. I mean, it happens more often than we think, but it's not something that is super regular. So we have a full moon in Aries on October 1st. We have a full moon in Taurus on October 31st. So Halloween is going to be a full moon. Ooh, that is kind of scary. And we have this crazy, but I'm not sure how crazy it's going to be, honestly, because we have this Uranus-Taurus opposition with Sun in Scorpio, which is pretty intense energy. And there can, with this full moon, really things can come to the surface that are rather, I would say, coming from a very deep down place with Scorpio. So yeah, let's see how that plays out for Halloween. I like that energy for Halloween, though. I think it's kind of like gives it an interesting touch, if you know what I mean. And we have a new moon in Libra on the 16th, which is really important and great for relationship stuff. So if you want to maybe find a new start in a partnership, or you want to find a new start in the way how you approach partnerships, business partnerships, relationships, that is all a great thing on a new moon in Libra. We have Mercury going retrograde, not such a great thing in Libra, which might make, and it's interesting because that's happening, I think, beginning of the month, or on the 14th, it's starting to go retrograde, I think. And it is a little uncomfortable, of course, when we want to have this new start when it comes to relationships, but communication will be a little irritating or unclear with this Mercury retrograde. Also, make sure that you save your data. That's something that I always say. And also make sure that, your technological devices, you treat them well during Mercury retrograde. That's just from personal experience. Okay, let's see what the cards have to say, Gemini. Here you are with air energy, not necessarily Gemini, but Aquarius, but the swords are air energy, coming out of a 7 of Swords. Well. That's the moon in Aquarius. The 7 of Swords is an energy that is often related to, you know, criminal energy, lies, deceit, blah, blah, blah. In this deck, it's called unstable effort, and I think this is a much better description of the actual energy, because we don't jump to conclusions too fast. It is really an energy where it's like, but I can't because, you know, I do very much read it often, especially in this deck, as an energy where we're like, but I can't do it because this and because that and because this and because that, and we find all these reasons within ourselves mostly, because it's the moon in Aquarius, and the moon is about our inner reality, about our feelings. We find all these reasons, we try to rationalize why a certain thing cannot happen, or why a certain situation cannot be manifested, or why we do things not the right way, or not the precise, just, fair, right way. there might be some truth, of course, to some of those reasons, but there might be 1 or 2 reasons that might just be BS, to be honest with you, Gemini. So maybe you're coming out of this, I hope you're coming out of this energy, because this is when we are not able to really face all the facts sometimes. We really look away a little bit. We don't take things too... we don't do things the way they are intended to be done, if you know what I mean. So it's the trickster energy. It's definitely there in this card, but it's mostly out of some self-convincing and appeasement, that this is the only way, when something within us tells us so that we already feel like we're lying to ourselves, kind of thing. Yeah, so, okay, whatever that is about, Gemini, I don't know, man. So here it's a kind of a good thing happening here in the middle of the month, or you moving into this month to a 6 of Pentacles, a much more balanced energy here. So in this deck it's called material success. Of course, that's a very positive thing. So money can be good. Maybe you have a chance to get a raise where you felt like you worked too much and you don't get back what you deserve. That's very much the 6 of Pentacles energy right there. In general, it is equal give and take, what people like to say, or I put in resources, I get back resources. I put in time, energy, I invest, and I see things grow in a balanced sort of way here with this 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so, well, middle of the month seems balanced, seems like you're in a grounded, balanced space, coming out of this self-deception kind of energy. So what is happening now, end of the month? I don't know. 5 of Cups. Of course, the 5 of Cups is not something that we're looking forward to. It is a card of disappointment. In this deck, it's called the loss of pleasure, which is also an interesting way to see it. Mars in Scorpio, and that's just 2 signs or 2 things that don't go well together. Mars in Scorpio is just a very forceful look into the depth that can be quite intense, I would say. I see, all in all, you hold your ground, you hold your stability, you hold your grounding here. You're very stable with the Queen of Pentacles. You can also be dealing with an earth sign, especially Capricorn, I see. And there is hope. It is not, because we have the Star card underneath it, there is new understanding gained from the situation. There's a lot of hope. But there is this disappointment, and I will look into what it is, because those 2 cards wanted to come out, and maybe you were not quite sure, you are not quite sure even how to read this in the end of the month, and maybe it's some sort of an energy where it's like, oh, where did that come from all of a sudden? You didn't see it coming, maybe. The Sun, which is great. The Devil, oh, which is also, you know, Capricorn energy here, strong, 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 if you're dealing with a Capricorn. Well, there's an element of maybe trying, the more you try to control things, the more things don't work. There's a difference between being grounded and understanding when to use forceful energy, because there is no other way around it anymore. This is the Queen of Pentacles. She knows exactly when to use that energy, and she mostly uses it as in defense and not as an offense. The Devil is same energy, you know, that is used, a very forceful, controlling, obsessive, maybe even energy, but it's very offensive. So it's very within itself already activated. This needs, with the Queen of Pentacles, she knows how to defend herself if she must, you know what I mean? So And I think there lies the disappointment, and this disappointment really, this pain, and it's not, I don't see it as something happened and I'm disappointed. It's more like, okay, a pain is triggered as soon as this balance gets out of balance. The Six of Pentacles, because it's also the six, you know, and it also is a card of Earth. So it is very related to the Queen of Pentacles and the Devil card. I feel like there is really some sort of a part of you that really tried to gain balance by maybe controlling a situation, make it more equal in whatever way you want to read that. And the more when it starts getting out of control, then this is triggering some pain in you. And I think you're starting to understand this because we have the Sun here, and the Sun card is a very positive card, and it is a very, very it's one of the best cards in the deck. It's this, but it's also very forceful energy forward. The Sun is a very forceful forward energy. It's not very, there is certain teachings that bring the Sun and the Devil in they are related to each other. So Lucifer, for example, is the light bringer, you know. So the Sun can be very well connected to a devil energy. It doesn't always have to be like this innocent energy, let's put it that way. But in this case, it's really, I think, a lot about understanding the difference between this innocent energy of the Sun and the forceful forward energy of the Devil, because they are on the same spectrum. They are on the same spectrum. It's just really the both ends of the spectrum. Really, it is. So there is this chance to move forward in this harmonious kind of way when you try not to control things. Because one thing about this Sun card is also there is this wall built for a reason. And the reason is that this is not the height you can work yourself up to. This is for protection, you know. You don't want to go past that wall. If you go past that wall, this is where you end up. So interesting. Because you want to feel free in a situation. See these little people here? This couple is very free, very carefree. The Sun taking care of this. There is a very similar imagery here. You know, this is very free and very natural. This is controlled, and those people are bound to the Devil, very controlled, obsessive. And yeah, I think there is really for you a distinction to find this duality, which you're very good at. Interesting, my microphone thing fell off. And maybe, yeah, there's something you have to say and you didn't say that. And I think now is the time where you might learn how to say certain things to certain people. Queen of Pentacles, I mean, I like that. There might be an earth sign, especially Capricorn. And Gemini, this is also your card in this deck, Sun card. For me, Sun card in the Crowley and in the Golden Dawn deck is Gemini, as well as Leo, of course. Death card. Well, you're going through this transformation. You're going out of this state of not looking at all the facts. So that's good. Page of, it wanted to come out, Cups in reverse. So this is more like the love department. This second layer of cards. Ace of Pentacles, wonderful. See? I think there is a huge chance and a huge opportunity for you here in understanding these dynamics that bring up this pain in you, this feeling of depression, maybe even in a way, where you feel like you're stuck and caught and controlled by a situation that is at the same time that you try to balance out. But by trying, I feel like really by trying to balance out a situation, it gets too obsessive at times. There's a huge chance, a wonderful, huge, stable chance forward in going through these feelings and understanding these dynamics. Ace of Pentacles. It's a great card forward. Yeah, there's something, you have so much stability, you have so much to give in a certain situation, and when it comes to love situation, and you know that, and give at least you're learning how much you actually have to give, and how stable you are, how stable you can be, and how stable you are, and how grounded you can be. With this Death card and the Page of Cups, I think you're really working through this side of yourself where you understand there is immature energy that you really have to look at, where you know you have to emotionally grow, where it's about you and not about the others. I see this very strongly. Because with the Seven of Swords, I don't think this is coming towards you. Honestly, I think there is an element, I mean, a codependency or controlling elements. It takes two to tango. I'm not saying you are the bad guy here. It's more like the earlier, you cannot change what's happening in the other person, you know? I mean, you can try, you can fail, you can hope that they're on the same page than you are, but all you can do is really face the things that are going on within you, and the sooner you do that, the earlier things are gonna be different for you. So I think this is what you're doing right now. You're slowly going through that with the Death card, through those, you're facing this Page of Cups in reverse within yourself, I think, and also therefore on the outside, because if you don't allow that immature behavior anymore within yourself, you don't allow it with others. That's how the whole thing works. But yeah, it's difficult. It's not, the answers are easy, but the actual bringing it to reality is not it's not easy. It's just a process, and it takes time. But I see that you can plant this seed for a much freer, healthier way forward here, and not feeling like you're bound to these energies that are controlling, that make you obsessive, or that make you obsess about somebody else, or that make somebody else obsess about you, blah blah blah. You know, this is all things that I think now you can really you're ready to put the work in, because Six of Pentacles is also putting the work in. All right, let's see. And the work charm already showed, and this is the work charm for me, that is work that also is enjoyable and fun. So let's look at some of these. Okay, it's a lot about detachment, attachment. Yeah, we have that here very strongly. And maybe also not seeing which people are, through that process, understanding to see which people are maybe not well intentioned towards you, with this protection of the evil eye charm. A lot of clearness, a lot of clear movement forward. You are protected, double protected with this charm and the onyx. Yeah, protecting yourself from people who are either have not good intentions, also with the devil, of course, that can be very well surrounding you. And with the with the gemstone here, it's also protecting you from immature energy of any kind, and grounding you, really grounding you and detaching. I'm having a hard time with this clips. Well, there's something about your third eye and higher understanding for sure with this one. I would not want you to detach from that, of course, obviously. It has to do with the give and take situation here. How much do you put into something? How much do you get back? And where's the balance in that? I also hear out of the water into the land. With this stone, this is for me, it's a grounding stone. It's just like a very, also harsh, maybe a grounding in a harsh environment, still being able to ground yourself in a harsh environment. And therefore maturing also. There's a lot of maturing on your side here, really a lot. Which makes you actually able to see how you can plant this seed forward that is more grounded and stable and long-term. It will be a challenge probably to work with your heart chakra. It will be maybe hard to find the right amount of opening up and not opening up, you know, because that's here like a theme all over. And standing your ground in that might be difficult to find the balance in that. But yeah, I mean, this is an intense lesson for you, Gemini. Especially with the Death card. You and Taurus, you guys had the most intense lessons here this month. But it will really bring you into it will open a door. It will open a door for you into a new stable environment. So yeah, impressive. I hope that this helped you. I hope that you can take something from the reading. Please subscribe, like, and comment, and come back if you enjoy those readings. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.